The reason that Carmelo is not in the league and the team hasn't signed him is because of Carmelo himself, dog. He's holding himself back, man. As I display in more detail, as you already know, on your channels and favorites of mine, the Lewis Basketball Network. Lewis Basketball Network. Lewis Basketball Network. Hit that tune now. Lewis Basketball Network, right? Lewis Basketball Network. Hit the top. It's Lewis Basketball Network. Yeah.
Rose misses another. Smith has it. Knicks down three. Should the Bulls foul? No. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied. Mike Woodson not calling timeout.
And I like that move.
In the hands of Anthony. Anthony for three. Puts it in! Knicks by one with 8.2 remaining.
Effort to keep the ball alive multiple times.
And again, you've got a 6'9" guy on you. He's a couple of feet again beyond the arc. Boy, both teams hitting such big shots.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back on the Lewis Basketball Network. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. So, the reason that Carmelo Anthony, for some reason, is not signed by the NBA is because the league has it out on Carmelo. And why is it? Is because when I listened to Melo when he was on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and he was talking about, you know, the situations that happen with all these other teams, let's be honest, he sounds desperate, and the reason that he's doing this petition plea is out of desperation. Now, I said that I want Melo in the NBA, but I could tell that every time he talks about coming off the bench and he's saying he's comfortable with it, again, he's saying it that he's comfortable with it just because, again, he's trying to get on an NBA roster. But you could tell that he's still not comfortable with it, man. And it's like, again, he doesn't want to be the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th best guy. This dude is still thinking that he's possibly a 6-man close to a starter. And it's like, Melo, you need to understand something, dude. That's not your role anymore. Again, it's what Chauncey Billups already said. He has now moved on past his mindset. The mindset of him is still, he has this, again, I call it a toxicity mindset, that he thinks he's as good as LeBron James, as good as Dwayne Wade ever was, as good as Chris Paul is, because at least Chris Paul is still in the NBA, even though he got a reality check and got traded from a contending Houston Rockets team to a lottery team in the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now Russell Westbrook is playing with, you know, what used to be your boy in James Harden, while the president of the Players Association is now in no man's land in OKC. Russell Westbrook has a chance to, again, possibly go deep into the playoffs with the Houston Rockets. Now, where the Rockets are going to be, I don't know. But back to Carmelo Anthony. My point is, Carmelo, you need to take a slice of humble pie, accept the role that you're in, and maybe, just maybe, if you're doing the necessary things that teams ask of you, play with effort on the defensive end, and just make sure that you're being a team guy, because we already know the reputation that Melo has garnered over the years. They're saying that he's been a selfish teammate. He's been a toxic teammate. Maybe some of it is true and some of it is not true, but I'm saying that Melo's built a reputation. Melo said it himself, his immaturity, his naiveness, his selfish ego, choosing the money over winning, it's what's caused him to not have an NBA roster and not win an NBA championship. And let me just be clear to the people out there. Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James were not going to work out as a team. Dwayne Wade was the leader of both guys. LeBron is a better player than Carmelo Anthony, but I'm telling you right now, even Carmelo was not going to be that. He wasn't going to be it because him and LeBron play a similar style. They dominate the basketball. It's just LeBron passes the ball, where Melo is about post-ups, he's about isolations, and he's about, again, shooting the mid-range. But his play style, like I said, the game has passed him by in terms of his play style in today's NBA. I mean, that's what it is, folks. And that's what we got to understand about when it comes to Melo. His inability to adjust his game at this stage of his career is why he doesn't have a job. And I told you, he's the Allen Iverson 2.0 in mindset. Allen Iverson said, yo, I've been an MVP of this league, man. I've been a starter in this league. All of a sudden, I'm a 6-man coming off the bench. Like, that's disrespectful. And even though Melo said that he's willing to come off the bench, that's just him sounding, he's being desperate, man. That's out of desperation to make sure he's on the roster. And my thing is, if he gets signed, he's gonna have to be on his best behavior, man. Because if he does any type of slip up, He's out of the league for good and he's not coming back. And what does this boil down to, ladies and gentlemen? What does this originate to? Again, the NBA is trying to get rid of itself of the banana boat crew. LeBron James is going to be the last one, and he's probably going to get hit the hardest out of all four of them. But look at Chris Paul. He got traded. D Wade is the only one that's kind of gone gracefully. He retired. But Chris Paul got traded because of his selfish ego and his inability to understand that he's a Robin. Carmelo refuses to understand that he was never a Batman. He never was. I thought he was, but he never was a Batman. He was a Robin. Like I said, Carmelo at best is your third best and maybe fourth best player on a championship team. He's not the guy. He's not. That's the thing. Carmelo was never a leader. The teams that he played for had leaders. When you look at Jason Kidd, even though, again, he was on his way out, but still, Jason Kidd is a leader. Chauncey Billups is a leader. When him and Allen Iverson played together, they weren't leaders. It's like I tell you, Allen Iverson can't tell you. If you ask Allen Iverson, why is it the team is really struggling and not playing well? Allen Iverson is going to be like, is that a rhetorical question? It's because they're not playing well. He's going to pretty much repeat what you just asked him. His answer is a repeat of what you just asked him. That's what it is, man. That's Allen Iverson. He can't tell you X's and O's, man. See? Now, if you ask me that question, I could go, well, Russell Westbrook is choosing to go get triple doubles, and he's not focusing on the defensive end. Russell Westbrook is not switching on guys. He's not sticking to his defensive assignment. He's allowing players to go by him. You see how I break it down compared to Allen Iverson? Allen Iverson ain't going to tell you that. Because like I said, Allen Iverson plays hard, but Allen Iverson to me was always a street ball player, and you could tell in just the way he plays. And at the very least, he may not be the best one-on-one defender, but at least he always went in the passing lanes. Carmelo can't even really do that. And it's like, again, Carmelo did not condition himself to the best of his ability. If he did that, he would still have a job in the NBA. If he would just listen, if he allowed himself to be coached, because that's another thing too. If he allowed himself to be coached, Carmelo would still have a job in the NBA. But because he puts his ego above anything else and thinks that he's better than a slice of bread, than a slice of Wonder Bread, that's why Carmelo is out of the NBA, man. That is why. Carmelo Anthony, hear me, my friend. Listen to me. Because Lewis Basketball Network is going to tell you this right now. If you want to get back into the NBA, you're really going to have to show humility. And it's going to be at a level that I've never seen before. That a team is going to have to sign you. Is part of the blackballing part of you? Yes. But the NBA is out on the banana boat crew, which is why it's going even deeper than that. So that's what it is, man. But Carmelo Anthony, bro, you just chose not to make it work when you could have. A part of it was not his fault though, because I feel like he gets too much of a bad rap in Oklahoma City when Paul George and Russell Westbrook both failed to show up too. And like I said, in Melo's last two stints, he was the scapegoat. But what I will say is, Carmelo, you had the opportunity to win rings. But my thing is, even if he would have went to these other places, his inability to adjust and try to make himself into a transformational player, he had the opportunities. He chose not to do it, man. And that's why Carmelo's not in the league. Hopefully he gets it, man, but I just don't know. And I think that he's still uncomfortable. And you can just see it in his face when he talks that he's still not comfortable in trying to come off the bench, even though he says it just to try to get an NBA job, to try to get a roster spot. There's other young guys that are hungry, bro, trying to get that roster spot that you earn. Just because you're Carmelo Anthony doesn't mean, just because of the name brand, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a job, and you're finding out the hard way. And that's just the name of the game, man. It's the NBA. It's a business. The game that they're playing with Carmelo, it's a game. Business. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Lewis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on this whole Carmelo situation. Simple-minded has resulted in no job. As always, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you for watching. DJ, you've been know the deal, man. Hit that.
To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I